Good evening, and welcome to Shea Show Real Talk. You're probably saying, damn, 2 in 1 night, Shea? Well, sometime I can get on the road. Sometime I have so much shit on my mind. And you guys don't know. If I recorded everything that was on my mind, I'll blow you away. I really do. I just wish I can remember some of that good shit, because I had some good stuff that I should have actually been recording for, oh my God, years, because I just vent. So anyway, I'm glad you guys like the new format of the Shea Show Real Talk in the Dark. It's like the radio format. Somebody said, actually a few people said that. It's like a radio format. It's like listening to an old time radio show back in the day. I'm taking you guys all the way back to the 30s and 20s and shit. But it's good. It's good. So what I thought I'd start doing lately, and I actually been doing it, I've been actually telling stories. Actual stories that happened to me and things that you guys actually seen in the videos. And then at the end, tie the real life in, my real talk, with the situation and the video, and just combine the two. So I thought that would be a little bit different, and it worked out fine. I did it yesterday with the Leonard story. The Leonard story, perfect example. Then I just went into this other rant. So anyway, I've been thinking about this. I've really been thinking about this. You know, church is a business. It is. I don't care what nobody says. It's a business, but they do what they do. I get it. But here's a story. My wife has been going to this one church for like a long time. I mean, dedicated member, Bible study, and bakery sale, whatever the fuck was going on in that church, she was there. And that's what she was doing, and that was her thing. So she said, you need to come to church. You need to come to church one day. I said, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. I got to get up. I got to cut the grass. I came up with every excuse in the world not to go to church. I really did. But one day I said, you know what? Fuck it. I got up and shit, and I put my shit on. And it's Sunday morning. She knew I don't go to church. So I'm getting up and watching. She thought I'm sit there and watch Dagwood and Blondie that was come on Sundays. They used to love to watch that shit, right? So I got up and started washing up, and I went in the closet and I got my suit. She said, what you doing? I said, getting ready to go to church. She said, church? You? She said, quit playing. Go ahead and put that stuff back in the closet. You know you just playing so you can get back in this bed. I said, no, I'm going to church. I'm going to church with you. She said, you serious? I said, yeah, I want to see what this is all about. No problem. I wasn't brought up in the church, but I've been to some churches, and that's another story. And so we dealing with that type of situation, right? And so let's see what's going on. So we go sit. My wife likes to sit somewhere close to the fucking front. I'm the one person who want to sit in the back. I don't want you to know that I came in. I don't want you to know that I just left out. That's why I always try to sit to the very back, so I don't have to get a Baptist finger and walk out. Well, I ain't got to do it because ain't nobody see me but the door. So I'm out. So me, her sister showed up, Lois. I'm sitting between them. But one thing I noticed about churches, and I used to see the shit on TV, when people get to flipping and somersaulting and going through these commotions and zombie states and stuff, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And so I've seen enough of the black churches that when they go in, they fucking go in. When the preacher started doing his little and Joshua, whatever. And then he looks over to the organist and he get him all hyped up and shit. Anybody been to a Baptist church know the hell I'm talking about. And they're the pastor and the keyboardist, they'll get the eye going and shit. And they'll rev everybody up and shit. And when they get ready to do that, when he get the ha and all that shit, then the guys like, he play all that shit on the keyboard, it's finna go down. You better look around. Look around. You about to see some fucking mayhem break out in the black church. Oh, you about to see some mayhem break out. You go, ooh, they're gonna be flipping and somersault and falling out and just, oh my God, it's a circus sometime. Oh, I said, I said, I can't believe this shit. Oh, I can't believe this. what's going on in this one? So I'm watching all this shit. I said, and Pam, she gets happy and all that stuff too, right? And they get what they said, the spirit hits them and all this stuff. I said, okay. And so I seen her getting ready to rev up. And I said, let me see if I can talk her down. Let me see if I can talk about the news or what she finna cook for dinner or something, because I don't want her to go in this trance, because I know it's finna happen, right? It's just like when you finna throw up and stuff, and you're trying to stop it. You're trying to stop it, and you're starting to say, no, fuck it. It's just like, whoop, and you go ahead and you throw up, and you try not to do it. Well, she wasn't trying to go in this. I wasn't trying to let her go into the zombie state, right? I just knew it was going to happen. So I got to talking to her. I said, yeah, so what you gonna cook for dinner? She said, yeah, preacher, yeah, I hear you. I said, oh, shit, I'm losing her. Let me come up and say something else. I said, I was thinking about buying a new car. And then when she didn't react to that, I said, oh, it's a wrap. When she didn't react to that, I said, I am fucked. Next thing I know, before I can do something or get the Baptist finger, shit, she went, what up? She got to jump up, commenced and twisting and rolling and somersault, and I was getting stumped. I said, oh my God. Everybody know me, I'm shy. All eyes on me. Like, everybody in the church is like, stand over there in this area here. I said, oh my God, I'm in area 81. Oh my freaking God. Oh no. I'm sitting there. So I said, I'm hoping she calmed down. I wish the preacher and the keyboard quit doing that shit, so everybody can really come down off this high, this spiritual high. That's what they had. They be on the spiritual high. So she, and I said, oh, okay, all right. It's good. And then they went back to regular preaching and stuff, and next thing you know, here come that eruption again. I said, oh, hell no. But I'm figuring like Pam should still be tired and shit. She just wore herself out. So I know she shouldn't be getting ready to jump back up. And lo and behold, before I could say that real good, her sister, wow, God damn it, she jumps up and stuff, and she gets to commence to going and stuff. I said, oh my freaking God. And all of a sudden, I tried to say something to Pam, and I said, Pam, it's just like, next thing you know, she said, wow, and she jumps up, and now I'm in the middle, and I'm getting stumped, I'm getting like suplexed, I mean everything. I mean, I'm getting beat up. Oh my God. I thought it was like an MMA fight. I was getting beat up. And so once it all calmed down and stuff, we got to get ready to go outside. And I said, that Holy Spirit is something else. She said, what you talking about? I said, well, I don't understand how you guys don't hurt yourself when you go into this trance and with this stuff that y'all do. I said, you would think that I watch you. I mean, I watch everybody in church. I'm just thinking that, man, they're going to get fucked up. They're going to get hurt. She said, oh, no. The Holy Spirit don't let you get hurt. I said, no? She said, no. I said, it only fucks up the person who's sitting in between you. And she just looked at me like, what? I said, y'all stumped the shit out of me. I mean, oh my freaking God, y'all stumped me to death. So, no, the Holy Spirit took care of you, but I mean, did a number on me. I'm just saying. She said, well, you all right. I said, you got 12-inch spikes on, and you're talking about I'm all right. And so I said, okay, I know how to beat this, right? I enjoyed the service, the camaraderie of people coming in. It's like, church is like a fucking fashion show. They coming in with these pretty suits and shit. Women coming in with these fucking hats with like flowers and fruit baskets on them and shit, and think it's the cutest shit, and walking down in this quilted dress that like it came out from fucking Family Dollar, but you can't tell them shit. And they went to Payless and got these shoes that got the sparkles and shit in them, and then they're going to take them home. They're going to dress them up a little bit and make them seem more expensive than what they are. I see what women do that shit, And so then when they step out and shit, they can people say, oh, she got some Luigi's on. I just made that up. I don't know. She got some Luigi's on or something. It's just a fashion show. It's not what it used to be. Church is not what it used to be, and it's sad. I went to one church, and they passed the collection plate 5 times. I swear, before beef, steak, and gravy, 5 fucking times. I'm like, if they if they pass this mother around here one more goddamn time, and that's it, I'm gonna get that Baptist finger. Excuse me, shit. No. You don't hit me. We collecting for the benevolent fund. We collecting for the love offering. Okay, preach. Organ. All right, now y'all get ready to dig deep, because we trying to help the orphans, and y'all know we got that building fund coming up, because you see the thermometer on the wall there. You see the red mark. We gotta get a little bit higher. So just do what you gotta do. So the ushers, come on up here, please. It's a gang. Oh my God, it's a racket. It's a fucking racket. I hate it. And so anyway, I'm going somewhere else with this shit. And so I knew already. I said, you know what? I'm going back to church, because I did like the church, and I actually ended up joining the church at some point. I'm going back, but this time, goddamn it, I'm going prepared. So when Pam wanted to sit directly towards the front, I said, no, I'm going to have to take the charge here. We're going to sit right here in the middle row. She said, well, I like to sit in the front. I know. And we're there last week. I mean, you got to compromise. Ain't that what the Lord saying? There's ain't there something in the Bible say something about compromise? I mean, I ain't got that fire in it yet, but I know I got to say something, right? So, Pam, she's like, I think that was Luke, Matthew, so-and-so. So I said, I just fucking around and just come on, sit in the middle. So we sit in the middle. And so her sister ended up coming in. I'm like, I want to make certain. So I tried to sprout myself, because I really didn't want her to sit next to me and shit. I didn't want the same shit to happen. And so she looked around. There's a lot of people in the church. And she said, oh, excuse me. I said, oh, goddamn, here she come. And she gonna make me make some fucking room. I'm kind of sure there ain't no room and shit. So I say, how you doing? Say, I'm all right. All right, can you scoot over a little bit? Oh yeah, okay, no problem. Like this, I done woofed out. It was a fucking problem. I wasn't gonna say shit. Just between two sisters. Hell no. Sometimes you just gotta know when to pick your fucking battles. And so the preacher was talking something. I forgot what he was talking about that day. And he was just going into it. Then next thing you know, he was going to this fucking trance. I said, oh shit, here it come. And then the organist, he looked at the organist, like winked his eye like, and the organist like winked his eye like, and it was on. And they did their thing. Next thing you know, mayhem started slowly breaking out all over the church. And I said, fuck that, not this time. I threw shit. Before Pam can get ready going, before Pam and her sister can go into a trance, guess what? Excuse me? I threw that fucking wait a minute finger up, and I got, ooh. Pam, where you going? She said, where you going, Shea? I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm good. She said, well, hold on. The preacher about to get to the good part. I said, no, but I gotta really go. I really gotta go. Shit, I had to go. I knew it was going to happen. So I walked out. As soon as I walked out, the way the church is made, they got these windows, these small little square windows that you can actually look into the sanctuary, right? So as soon as I got out and they got the really hyping in there and shit, I said, oh shit, here you go. Next thing you know, the whole church erupted. The Holy Ghost was going on that day. Trust me. He visited, he was throwing down too. He wasn't going nowhere. And I'm looking at all this mayhem going in. I said, look at this shit. Like that, look, it's like a battle fucking royal in there. It's just like I'm waiting for somebody to get thrown out of the pews somewhere or something. Just a lot going on. So I'm sitting here waiting. I said, shit, I ain't walking back. I'm waiting till that shit die down. I'm not walking back up in there anyway. But they're not going to let you go in because of the spirit is high like that. They got the ushers at the door and shit. So if you did want to go back in and say, hold on for a minute, the spirit is here. Just hold on for 5 minutes. Okay. No problem. I was just, may I want to get the spirit too. Damn. It's just a racket. Church is a racket. I'm sorry to say it. I'm glad you enjoyed the story, but it is. Church. If you go down Puritan Avenue in Detroit, let me see, Puritan, Finkel. Oh my God, Finkel. Oh my freaking God. If you live here in Detroit, I bet you, and you guys will know I'm right, from, I would say, Wyoming to Livernois. What is that? 4 miles, maybe 5 miles. I bet you within that 5 mile radius, you'll count at least 30 fucking churches. At least on every fucking corner, every across the street to each other, right next door to liquor stores. I mean, up. Oh my God, I have never in my life seen so many churches on one street, and I'm not just talking about Finkel, 6 Mile. What else? I said Puritan, 6 Mile. Hell, fucking Dexter, fucking Linwood. Not as many churches, but there are. I mean, it's like probably about 4 or 5 churches up and down Linwood. I mean, Dexter from, I want to say, Broad Street to Elmhurst. So, I mean, it's just too many churches. I did a video where I counted, what video was that? I counted 8 churches. I think like 8 churches within a 3-block radius. I think it was 8 churches. Watch that driving video I did. And I was talking about how many churches within like an 8-block radius, like 8 churches. And I rode around the street, down the street, and I was showing all these churches within blocks of each other. I said, oh my God, what kind of religion going on this corner versus that fucking corner versus across the street? I mean, I was getting confused just watching that shit. More importantly, I'm thinking like, what kind of people in this neighborhood to divide, to go to all these different churches? Did anybody just know that there's like 6, 8 churches like within 3 or 4 blocks, 5 blocks? No, don't nobody see a problem with that? Don't nobody actually see a problem with that? Or is the preacher got the person's head so messed up that they're not thinking clearly? Maybe they just believe in what their pastor telling them versus what that pastor's over there telling his congregation. It's a game. It's a shell game. That's all it is. Church is not what it used to be. I'm sorry. This is real talk. I mean, this is just me talking. Some of you might disagree, but fuck it. I mean, you know, we agree to disagree. Let's say that. I mean, this is just what I think. You know, so you might think differently. You might think the fucking same. But if you think differently, I'm going to respect the way that you think. I'm not going to sit here and knock you and down you and belittle you because you think differently than I do. I read these comments sometimes, and people try to belittle other people all the time and what they think. Because somebody say what they think in the comment, and somebody turn around and fucking attack them. And I'm sitting here and I read some of this crazy shit. I said, what the fuck are you attacking for like that? That wasn't even serious like that. You know? And I hate when people do that. I mean, I just don't say shit. And I just hope that people be grown enough to say, you know what, we shouldn't be doing this. Especially on Shea's page. The guy is a positive guy. You know, he's not into all that crazy shit. You know, so I don't stop nobody from saying that. I mean, because you know me, I want you to say what's on your mind at any given time. I mean, I'm just like an open platform, but at the same time, respect it. That's all I'm saying. Respect others' views and other people's viewpoints. Just respect it. You don't have to fucking like it. Just respect it. And they respect you, and I think we'll be fine. A lot of people don't like fucking Trump, and that's fine. A lot of people think he's an asshole, and that's fine. But a lot of people think he's the greatest thing in the fucking sliced bread. I know somebody personally, and I won't say her name, who think he's going to go down in history as the greatest president ever. When she said that, I kind of like looked at her and said, you know, first I said, she must be out of her fucking mind. And then I said quickly, I said, you know what? That's her opinion and she's entitled to it. I disagree, but I'm going to respect your thoughts and your opinion because it's yours. You're supposed to stand up for your beliefs. Now, I believe that, but stand up for your fucking belief. If you believe in that man and think he's the best thing since sliced bread, then I'm not going to knock you. I'll disagree within my mind. I'm not going to go back and forth with you because I know already that we just going to waste a lot of time going back and forth because I'm going to stand my ground and goddamn, if you can stand up for that person, you're going to stand your ground. So I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm going to keep my fucking thoughts to myself. My mother always said, if you're not going to say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. And like, That's what it is. And I try to live by that because I know that some people take a lot of shit so personal and they shouldn't. And they shouldn't. I read a lot of the comments. People take some of the things I say so personal, and I said, damn, no, it ain't even that serious. That they still don't know who I am as a person yet to take shit personal. They just, anybody know me that know will tell you that I'm just being who I am. That's all I can be. I can't be nobody else. And that's probably why it comes across so different sometimes, because people ain't seen nobody like me. Somebody who think or react the way that I do in certain situations. I'm just different. I get it. I really do. But I am who I am, and you got to be who you are. You can't let nobody distract you from being who you are. Don't follow the leader. Don't. Don't follow the leader. Be a leader. I tell my kids that shit all the time. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. You can do better than that. You can. Anyway, I just want to come in one more time and just give my little rant and give you guys like a 2 for 2 for tonight, because it's been a while since I actually did 2 back-to-back real talks. I mean, I'm just in this type of mood. I'm just actually in a venting mood of what it is. That's probably why I'm sitting there talking so much shit, 'cause I'm just venting, that's all. All right? Thank you guys for tuning in to the Shea Show Real Talk, and we'll see you real soon.